everybody, I'm Brooklyn and this is Theme Park Depot. If you're new to this channel, this is where we talk about all things theme park related. Sorry this video is a bit late in the season, but I've been a little busy, so if there's something else you would like to see, make sure to comment it down below. Today's video is going to be about my experience at Opening Day Worlds of Fun 2024. Let's get started. As soon as we pulled up, we knew it was going to be pretty busy because not only were there a lot of cars, there were also a lot of buses. As it turns out, they scheduled District Band and Choir Day and Opening Day on the same day. Despite this, we parked and got through security fairly quickly. The first thing we decided to do whenever we got into the park was run over to Spinning Dragons real quick and see how long the wait time was, since the app was down and we couldn't check from the phone. Whenever we got there, it turns out that it was closed for maintenance purposes, so I ran over to queue in Bamboozler. When I got there, the line was pretty long for that ride and its runtime, so I decided to get out since it wasn't my favorite ride anyways. Next, we went over to the Americana section of the park because it was next up and we generally ride most of the rides there. We decided to skip both the Skyliner and the Ripcord because nobody on our group really wanted to ride those. We went straight to the Patriot. Online and waited for about 20 minutes until a worker came down and informed the line that the ride was going to have to go down for maintenance issues. They said that we could wait in line if we would like, but they were unsure of how long this would take. Me and my group decided to stay for about 10 more minutes and then got out of line. We went for Cyclone Sam's next, but whenever we got there we found out it was also closed, so me and my mom went to go get in line for Detonator, while my brother and grandma went to go get in line for Mustang Runner. Me and my mom waited in line for about an hour and a half and then decided to get out because we weren't even halfway through the line yet. We didn't have that much time left in our day. We go and fill our cups and then me and my grandma decide to go get in line for Timberwolf, as we just want to ride something at this point. And I like Timberwolf and she doesn't mind it. So we get in line and after about 5 minutes of waiting, we see somebody getting off the ride, like they just got off, and we say, "Hey, how long did you wait to get on?" And they said, "Oh, about an hour," so we got out of line. So at this point, the app seemed to be working just fine, so we looked at it and saw that the Prowler had a pretty short wait time considering everything else being so long, so we decided to head over there. While we're walking there, we passed through the Europea section and see that a majority of those rides are closed. Only the Autobahn is open, leaving Le Taxi Tour and Flying Dutchman's closed. The music hall was also closed. Continue walking, and as we pass by Zambezi, my mom stops and she says, "Keep going." And we keep walking, and as we're going over the bridge, my grandma gets a call. She says, "Oh, okay, I'm coming," hangs up, starts booking it back towards Zambezi. So I'm like, oh god, what happened? What did we lose? What happened to mom? So we get to mom, and she says, "The wait for Zambezi is short." So I'm like, I thought something happened to you. So we get in line and wait and film for about an hour, trying to film between the people behind us yelling and being crazy and whatever they were trying to do. I don't know. It was really annoying, actually. But then we're almost there. We're like one line away, like one little chunk of people away, and they start testing the ride. And we're like, is this going to go down? We don't have that much time left. Is it going to go down? Because we just waited for an hour. Well, after 5 test cycles, they bring it back up and we finally get on. I tried to film this, but I didn't think about how the camera was on my wrist. So if I put my hands up, all you're going to see is the people behind me and the sky. So sorry about that. We don't have any footage of Zambezi. After we got off, we go and get in line for the Prowler, and the line is about the longest I've ever seen it, and that's saying something for the Prowler. It was like maybe 30 minutes wait. So we wait for a little while, and again, the ride goes down. So the worker comes out, tells us the ride's gonna be down, doesn't know how long it's gonna be down for, we're able to wait, blah blah blah, all that. So we wait, and while we're waiting, we meet this really nice other group after most of the other people get out of line, and we talk with them for a while. we asked them things like, oh, why are you here, blah, 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 all that, and they're like, oh, we came for the choir day, but we haven't rode anything yet, and we've been here for like 4 hours, and we're like, oh, pretty much same, we've rode Zambezi, and that's pretty much it, and they're like, yeah, we only have like an hour left, so this is probably the only ride we're going to be able to ride today. We're from out of state, and I felt really bad for them, honestly, because it's not like they can just come back and ride the other things another day. Wait for probably 30-35 minutes, and the ride comes back up again, and we get on. We ride with this boy from this group because they have an uneven number, and he didn't mind riding with strangers, but he didn't really want to ride alone, and we sort of knew him by this point, so he rode with us. They wouldn't let me film on the ride, but I filmed getting on and then them telling me that I can't film. So after we got off Prowler, we head towards the Nordic section, planning to go ride the Sea Dragon, but that is also down. So we turn and try to go to the Scrambler, which also down. So we go up and we ride the Nordic Chasers. Scrambler comes back up, but we don't ride it because that's a lot of spinning at once. And then we go and we are heading out the park, and out of the corner of my eye, I look at the Tivoli Hall music building, like the new one, and I see the sign, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, I'll take a picture of it. Well, I see the doors open, and peeking out is the exhibit from last year. So I'm like, is that still open? So I go in there, and it is. So I'm having the time of my life, looking at things, taking pictures, looking at history, all of it. Great time. I didn't watch the videos because I already watched them on YouTube whenever they put them out on YouTube. Shout out to @Worlds of Fun, I think that's what they're called. I'll link it in the description down. Opening day, Worlds of Fun 2024. I think that was May 4th. I had a lot of fun despite how busy it was and the lack of rides, but I still had a lot of fun. I really suggest going to Worlds of Fun because it's one of my favorite theme parks. Thank you for watching. Make sure if you want to know more about rides, go to my channel, and I have a whole bunch about Worlds of Fun, and I'm going to post more about other parks soon. There are a few that I can't post about because they have copyright on them, but let me know if you want to hear about a certain ride in the future. Bye!